Hi there, this is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, and welcome to another episode of my Eurekas in a row. This is the penultimate episode, and it's a sizable little run of consecutive spine numbers in my Eureka Masters of Cinema. So let's waste no time and get to spine number 280, and this is the lovely boxed edition of Pandora's Box by G.W. Pabst. Bizarrely, I'd never seen this film, and this has a wonderful restoration. It's got a lovely book as well. It's a film, an iconic film starring Louise Brooks and her haircut. I mean, Louise Brooks with this film invented hair. Nobody had really noticed people had hair before this film. I mean, she's a striking presence. Obviously it's Pabst, so obviously it's a tragedy, but it's absolutely beautiful. From 1929, 133 minutes, but it doesn't feel that long. It's a 2K scan. There's a commentary by Pamela Hutchinson, who also does work for Indicator every now and again. The New Woman in the Jazz Age, The Dangerous Feminine in Pandora's Box. There's a new visual appreciation by Kat Ellinger. Godless Beasts, new video essay by David Cairns, who always does great work. Lulu in Wonderland, new video essay for Fiona Watson. Restoring Pandora's Box, new interview with Martin Kerber, and there's a 60-page booklet. Yeah, this is absolutely wonderful. So if you like hair, Pandora's Box might just be up your alley. And spine number 281 from Fukasaku. It's The Fall of Eiko Castle. Beautiful artwork. I mean, I had this in a Shout Select Sonny Chiba box set, because strangely enough Sonny Chiba's in this, but I had to double dip because look at that artwork. And this is Region B from 1978. It's 159 minutes, but again, doesn't seem that long. Again, this is a reworking or a retelling of the 47 Ronin, perhaps the most famous story in Japan. Absolutely beautiful, sumptuous colour, highly recommended. And then next, 282 and 283 from one of my favourite filmmakers of the last couple of years. It's Hideo Gosha. Again, beautiful artwork on this 2-disc set from 1966 and 1967. Obviously kind of influenced by Yojimbo. There's a film movement, Region A, with lovely artwork from one of the Vinegar Syndrome, which I'm not going to double dip on. Definitely not, unless I can get it in a sale. No, I'm definitely not going to double dip. And again, they give you both films on their own disc, which doesn't necessarily happen with other companies. This stars Natsuya Iso. It'll be a familiar face to you. They're both fun little Chanbara films. Not Gosha's best, I would say, but certainly well worth a wiggle. And then spine number 284 is The Cat and the Canary. Is this the earliest version from 1927 by Paul Lenny? It's alternate artwork. Sorry, I forgot to talk about the extras in these two, which is utterly ridiculous. I apologise. There's a commentary by Tom Mez, Tony Raines, does a piece on the fall of Echo Castle, and King of My Castle is a new video essay by Jasper Sharp. So that's the fall of Echo Castle. And on Samurai Wolf 1 and 2, there's a commentary on Samurai Wolf by Chris Poggiali. There's a brand new audio commentary on Samurai Wolf 2 by Jasper Sharp. There's a Hideo Gosha featurette with Tomio Gosha, and there's a new interview with Tony Raines. So on The Cat and the Canary, there is a brand new commentary by Stephen Jones and Kim Newman. There's a brand new commentary by Kevin Lyons and Jonathan Rigby. So I've watched this 3 times. The Mysterious Mean Dark Corners, new video essay by David Cairns and Fiona Watson. Pamela Hutchinson on The Cat and the Canary. Fyong Lee on The Cat and Canary. A Very Eccentric Man and Yet a Cat, extracts from John Willard's original play. Lucky Strike, Paul Linney gives a full-throated endorsement to the product that got him through filming The Cat and the Canary, plus a booklet. I have to say I was a little disappointed with this one. It's not up to Paul Linney's standards. I don't think 86 minutes, I think it's actually a bit long. But I mean, you know, Eureka, the Masters of Cinema, don't release lots of titles. You have to agree their slipcover game has really excelled. Obviously they released the Mabusa box set, which I've watched all of them, and it's wonderful. The artwork on that, they've got 2 more box sets coming, so their artwork game has seriously stepped up. Next, a trilogy of films, 285 to 287 in the spine number, and this is Teruo Ishii's Prison Walls, Abashiri Prison 1 to 3. Abashiri's up north. This stars Takagura Ken. I think there's like 78 films in this series. That's a bit of an over exaggeration, but they ran from 1965 to 1972, and this is the first 3. But this starts from escaping prison to trying to find a new life. So it's not all set in a prison if you're not really a fan of prison films. There's Takakura Ken. 2 of these films are on a disc and 1 on its own disc. So this is the ones that were made in 1965. You get a new commentary track with Tom Mez on Abashiri Prison, Chris Poggiali on another Abashiri Prison story, and Mike Leader and Arnie Venema on Ashibari Prison Saga of Homesickness. Breakout, Jasper Sharp and Mark Schilling discuss Abashiri Prison. Tony Raines discusses Abashiri Prison, and you get a booklet as well. And again, I have to say these are solid. As usual, the first one's probably the best one, but these are solid, fun Teruo Ishii films. Not your usual standard Teruo Ishii, who's a bit of a weirdo, and that's why we love him. Spine number 288, which is also available in 4K from Eureka Masters of Cinema. King Hu's The Valiant Ones. This is from 1975. This is a 4K scan. So for me, if a Blu-ray's got a 4K scan, sometimes it's not essential you actually get the 4K because the Blu-ray looks fantastic. It's a new commentary by Frank Dieng. Tony Raines talks about The Valiant Ones. There's a brand new essay by David Cairns, brand new interview with stuntman Billy Chan, brand new interview with actor Ming Choi Ng, Memory of Who archival 2003 interview with Roger Garcia. There's another archive 2003 interview with actress Hugh Feng, and there's an archival 2016 interview with Ming Choi Ng, plus a booklet. You know, I've got my knockers about King Hu. I enjoy all of these films, but I do think a lot of them are a little over long, whereas I think this is an absolute perfect length, and this might actually be my favourite. I know that's controversial, but I really enjoyed this one. Top class King Hu, even though nobody would agree with me, but there you go. Spy number 289 to 291, again another trilogy, another beautiful slipcover. This is Valiant Red Pony, or Red Peony Gambler 1 to 3, another film series. This is from 1968 to 1969. Kosuke Yamashita, Norifumo Suzuki, and Kato Tai, who Radiance have released a few of his films, are the directors. Very Lady Snowblood, Takakura Ken, and Fuji as Yano Ryoku, as the gambler. Again, these are lots of fun, with a handy female. Well, like a handy female. And again, the artwork. So 2 of the films are on one disc, and the last film is on its own disc. Wonderful stuff. And again, I think this is available on a Film Movement Region A, which of course I'm not going to get because it's got wonderful artwork, but I'm not going to get that. I'm not double dipping this one. No! Same way I'm not going to double dip that Gosha. Spy number 292. Again, I like Fukasaku a lot, but I would be controversial and say he's never made a great film for me. Even all those Yakuza films, I don't know whether any of them are actually great. But this might actually be closest to his best, which makes no sense whatsoever. Or it's maybe just my favourite. Message from Space. I did a random review of this, and this is a random film. From 1978. Somewhat inspired by Star Wars perhaps, but I'm sure Star Wars actually ripped this off, as well as Hidden Fortress. It's a commentary by Tom Mez. There's a documentary featuring interviews with Sonny Chiba and Kenta Fukasaku. There's a new appreciation of the film by Patrick Macias. Yeah, this is absolutely barking. I mean, you can tell by the cover artwork, it's barking, but it's so much fun. I can't remember the last time I had that much fun for 105 minutes. Without being arrested afterwards. Yeah, shouldn't work. I mean, it's all over the place in a certain, if you look at it at a certain light. It stars Vic Morrow as well. It's just bananas, but it's a really tasty banana. And then finally, Spy number 293, back to Fukasaku, and it's Wolves, Pigs and Men. Again, beautiful artwork. And this is really about 2 brothers, starring Takakura Ken. Again we get nice green tinge to the artwork and disc. And this is from 1964. It's 95 minutes. And it's another really enjoyable, very good Yakuza film. And again, well, it's actually 3 brothers, not 2 brothers. Post-war. It's just wonderful. And again, it might not be great, but it's just very, very good. Wonderfully rewatchable. And again, Takakura Ken is always absolutely wonderful. So that's the penultimate my Eurekas in a row. Spy numbers 280 to 293. Please let me know if you've got any of these and what you think of them, and what you think of the MOCs slipcover game, because it's absolutely gorgeous nowadays. Long may it continue. It's about quality, not quantity, with the MOC. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you'll join me for the last episode of my consecutive, or my Eurekas in a row. Hope you enjoyed the series and you'll join me for the last one. This is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, saying farewell.